do have we had a player coming out of the Labette dugout, but he's immediately sent back. Not sure what the status of Taylor is here, if they're going to take him out of the game. Looks like they're going to let him throw a couple warm-up pitches. See how he's feeling. Pitcher here for Labette County after Connor Taylor exits the game after 2 batters and 2 pitches with what appears to be an arm injury, and we obviously hope the best for him. Tried to see if he could pitch through it through one warm-up pitch and knew pretty quickly that his day was done. So the new right-hander Alex Wiltz will get all the time he needs to warm up here after the injury substitution. Wiltz on the season has pitched in 10 games, 11 2/3 innings pitched. He has a 13.11 earned run average. Appreciate you hanging out with us here this afternoon on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Pitcher Alex Wiltz will go to work against Landon Midget. Wiltz finishing up his warm-up tosses here. He's going to come with a little bit of a different arm angle here. Right-hander, but throws kind of, I wouldn't call it full-on submarine, but definitely an unorthodox arm angle, kind of that sidearm throw that we see from one of the Ravens relievers and Garrison Martin. When you have a pitcher that, not always, but when you have a pitcher that throws from that arm slot, you can expect a lot of sinkers and sliders. They're trying to keep the ball on the ground and get you to chase outside the box with that deception. So we'll see if Wiltz is able to do that here as Labette finds themselves in a difficult spot here in game number 1, as they're going to have to use their bullpen to piece together at least 17 outs, with the second game of the doubleheader on the way as well. So Midget ready to roll as we resume action following the injury timeout. And Landon Midget will be the first batter to face Wiltz. He's in a 1-1 count. So Landon Midget, the 3-hole hitter for the Ravens, playing third base today. After a little bit of a lengthier delay, obviously injury substitution to get as much time as you need to warm up. And the first pitch here from Wiltz is a breaking ball that stays up, 2-1. 2-1 on Landon Midget. Colton Rudy, the runner at first after a 1-out single. They'll check on him. He's back in time. Now the 2-1 pitch. And that one hard hit foul by Midget. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Ravens 3-hole hitter. Facing the new right-hander, Alex Wiltz. And the pitch. Breaking ball, hit him. Right on that arm guard, and Ravens now have a pair. Brings up Sean Moreno hitting cleanup today. He was the designated hitter. Moreno homered earlier this week in the game against KCK. And another delay here before the at-bat with Moreno commences. First pitch is a strike on the outside edge. Moreno enters today hitting .323, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. And he takes another pitch on the outer edge, 0-2. So quickly working ahead, 0-2 on Moreno. And the pitch from Wiltz, just off the outside edge, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes from the right-hander Alex Wiltz. Rudy on second, Midget on first, 1 out, bottom 1. That one skied. Should be playable. Left fielder coming in. And the sun's dangerous today, but the catch is made for out number 2. Out there in left field today for Labette, that is Nick Dunn, I should say, making that catch. And with 2 on, 2 outs, it brings up the shortstop, Cooper Jarnigan. So Jarnigan bats with a runner at second, runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch, a strike from Wiltz. Wiltz trying to help his team out and work out of an early jam and an early injury to starter Connor Taylor. 0-1 pitch to Jarnigan.
And that one fouled off. 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to the Ravens shortstop. Going to have a scoreless first. Labette's pitching staff has had their struggles this season. Trying to piece together a huge 0 here in the opening frame. 0-2 pitch to Jarnigan. That one outside, ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Ravens shortstop, and that one also down and away, 2-2, as the count evens up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wiltz gets his sign and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Alex Wiltz comes in and gets 2 big outs. Ravens come up empty in inning number 1. We're off to the second. No score, Labette and Coffeyville here on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. We're back in 90 seconds. Back here, top of the second from Walter Johnson Park. Jackson Wagner back on the mound. No score between Labette and Coffeyville so far. First pitch from Wagner on the outside corner. A strike as he digs in against the catcher, Edwin Lamus. Lamus, a .214 hitter. He's driven in 3 runs this season. Appeared in 24 games with 19 starts, and that one outside, 1-1. If you're just now joining us, Labette right-hander Connor Taylor exited the game after facing 3 batters due to injury. Alex Wiltz came in and got the final 2 outs of the inning. Wagner with a 2-1 count here on Lamus. And that's a strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wagner trying to put the opening hitter of the second away here. That one fouled off. Two and two. It'll be Lamus, Dunn, and White due up here in the second. And that one just an excuse me swing. Going to be a tough play for Landon Midget. Lamus, not the fleetest of foot, and because of that, Midget able to make the play. 1 down here in the second, and 4 up, 4 down to start the game for Jackson Wagner. So after Lamus, that brings up one of the more dangerous hitters on this team, Nick Dunn. He's a .312 hitter, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. And he takes a strike from Wagner. Wagner, not a huge strikeout pitcher. He does have 36 Ks in 41 innings, but a guy that works deep into games consistently and able to get ground balls and does not give up a lot of hard hit contact. And he's quickly ahead 0-2 here on one of Labette's top hitters. 0-2 to the left fielder today, Nick Dunn. And that slider down and away, ball 1. One and 2, Wagner. Kicks, fires, and a slider. That one line to right, coming in and making a nice catch is Colton Rudy. Lost the hat in the process, but caught the baseball. 2 down for the Red Ravens. So 2 outs. It'll bring up the second baseman this afternoon, and Camden White. White is a .156 hitter on the season, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. And first pitch, pop foul out of play. Something the Ravens have been very fortunate to get this season is a lot of length from their starting pitching. They have not had to dig deep into their bullpen because guys like Wagner, Easton Wren, Cross Dowd worked their way deep into ball games. That one inside, 1-1 on Camden White. Wagner trying to go 6 up, 6 down to get this one started and send the Ravens right back into the batter's box. The 1-1 pitch. Outside with a changeup, 2-1. Two-one pitch, a nice backdoor slider. Count evens up, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. That one tails outside, and the count runs full. First full count of the day for Jackson Wagner. Camden White trying to be the first base runner for Labette today. Wagner trying to get through 2 perfect innings to get it started. Payoff pitch. And he hit him. So White able to reach. Collects a bruise, but collects quality at bat as well. That'll bring up first baseman Willieri Santiago. Santiago hitting .127 on the season. He has 1 home run, 6 runs batted in 30 games played. Does draw a lot of walks. He leads this team in walks, 18. Dangerous power hitter if he gets a hold of one. First pitch from Wagner, grounded, and that'll stay fair. And they say it went off the top of his foot. Landon Midget was playing that like it was a fair ball, and I think the Raven dugout thought it was a fair ball too, but I guess they're saying it hit the top of his foot. So it's 0-1. Wagner digs back in to face Santiago. The 0-1 pitch. Kicks, fires, that's line to left field and a base hit. So a hit batter and a single. Labette County has their first rally of the day. They have 2 on, 2 outs, and coming to the plate now is the right fielder, Brandon Floyd. So hard hit ball there from Willieri Santiago. Brings up Floyd. Floyd, a 150 hitter. He's driven in 8 runs, one of the fastest players on this team as well. And there he did go around, strike one. Jackson Wagner trying to work around a little 2-out rally here. Oh, 1 pitch. That one to right, sinking fast, but it's caught by the first baseman Wyatt Pace, and the inning comes to an end. No damage done after a hit batter and a base hit. We're through 1.5. No score here at Walter Johnson Park. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Here at Walter Johnson Park, no score between Labette County and Coffeyville. Game 1 of our doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon. Ravens did get 2 on in the opening inning after a Colton Rudy base hit and Landon Midget hit by a pitch, which was also the recipe for Labette in the second inning, a hit batter and a single, but neither team has scored yet. It'll be Wyatt Pace, Carson Miller, and Ethan Gillespie due up here in the second for the Red Ravens, facing the relief pitcher, Alex Wiltz, who came in for Connor Taylor, who was injured in that opening inning. First pitch to Pace, fouled back. 0-1. Wyatt Pace has been a very impressive player for the Ravens this year, hitting .296. Also leads this team 25 walks drawn. His on-base percentage over 500 at .515 entering today. That one on the outside corner. Wiltz has done a nice job working ahead in the count. He's ahead 0-2 on Wyatt Pace. After hitting Landon Midget, he was able to get Sean Moreno, able to get Cooper Jarnigan. Now tries to retire Pace. 0-2 pitch. That one, Pace stays back on it, hits it to right center field, and that's going to get down and in the gap. Pace with an aggressive send to second, and he's in with a leadoff double. Wyatt Pace sat back on that slider, able to guide it to right center field, and it sinks between the two Labette County outfielders, and a hustle double for the Raven first baseman to get the second inning started. Brings up second baseman Carson Miller. We've been seeing the last couple weeks, of course, Midget at second, Jarnigan at third, and Cruz at short. Cruz not in the lineup here in game number 1. It is Jarnigan at short, Midget at third, and Carson Miller moves from his normal spot in the outfield to second base. Takes ball 1 outside. On the season, Carson Miller, .292 hitter. He's driven in 18 runs. Also 5 doubles for Carson. He fouls that one back, 1-1. Standard doubleheader rules here today. Game 1, a scheduled 7-inning game, but if we play extras, Game 2 will go from 9 innings to 7 innings. And last 2 times we've been here on a Saturday, against Cali, and then, of course, KCK on Monday, it has gone extra innings in game number 1. Miller shows bunt, gets it down, back to the pitcher. Sacrifice for Carson Miller, moving to third is Pace. 1 down, but the Ravens in business with the first scoring opportunity of the day. Now it'll be Ethan Gillespie trying to bring home the first run of the day. Gillespie has driven in 10 runs this season, hitting .213. And Gillespie, one of the best defensive catchers in the Jayhawk Conference, now looking to come up big at the plate. First pitch, grounded foul. We've seen the Ravens really be aggressive on that sinker from Wiltz. A lot of foul balls, a lot of aggressive swings when that pitch comes. 0-1. And that one tails outside, ball one. Ty Chadrick stands on deck. Runner on third, one out after a leadoff double from Wyatt Pace. He was advanced to third on the sacrifice from Carson Miller. That one lined off the glove of the third baseman. It was a heck of an effort, but because of that, it's an infield single for Ethan Gillespie, and run scores. Wyatt Pace is in, 1-0 Red Ravens. Third baseman Gabriel Vieira, line to his left, almost made an outstanding catch, but it glances off the edge of his glove and into shallow left field, and because of that, heads up base running from Pace. He takes off, scores without a throw, and Gillespie the runner at first now for Ty Chadrick. Check over at first, the catcher back in time. Early 1-0 lead for Coffeyville, and after splitting out in Parsons on Thursday with Labette, Ravens would love nothing more than to win both games here today, take 3 out of 4 in the series. Chadrick shows bunt, it's foul. Chadrick had a nice day of at-bats against KCK on Monday. Had a base hit up the middle in the bottom of the 7th. It looked like it might have won the game, but the runner was thrown out at the plate by Marcus Dirks. But Chadrick was able to work some walks, able to put down a sacrifice. He's had a really quality weekend with some playing time here from Jake Martin. Another check over at first, back in time, Gillespie. That one grounded, and first baseman not going to have a play. It's a slow roller to Santiago, and he bluffed throwing to second, realized he didn't have a throw there, then tried to go back to first. Chadrick beats the pitcher to the bag, and the Ravens in business here, 2 on, 1 out, as we go back to the top of the order with Eric Bacon. Bacon lined out to shortstop his first time up. Gillespie takes a lead off a second. Chadrick the runner at first. Ravens are a very aggressive base running team, but you would assume they probably wouldn't send the runners with the catcher being the lead runner. Strike one taken by Bacon on the inside corner. Ravens as a team have 78 stolen bases this season as Bacon with a base hit. 3 consecutive singles here for the Ravens, and the bases are going to be loaded for Colton Rudy, who singled his first time up. Already 5 hits in the first 1 1/3 for the Red Ravens, and they're looking to build on this early 1-0 lead. Colton Rudy entered the day hitting .326. That's now up towards .330 as we have a mound visit here from Labette. We did have a pitcher warming in the pen. Have not made the motion yet to call on the reliever. Hard to tell from our vantage point, but it does appear that's a left-hander warming up in the Cardinal bullpen, which you'd think maybe with Rudy being a lefty. Not many lefties in this lineup. Bacon was one. Rudy's another one, but you think maybe they want to go with the matchup here, try to force a double play, see what they decide to do. Looks like they're going to leave Alex Wiltz out there. Wiltz came in, hit the first batter he faced, but then got 2 big outs. But here in this inning, double, sacrifice, bunt, single, single, single. Ravens have plated 1 on 4 hits and look to add on to it. Colton Rudy steps into the box. Gillespie off third, Chadrick off second, Bacon off first. And Rudy looking to do some major damage early in this one. First pitch off the outside edge, ball 1. When you have guys like Jackson Wagner, Easton Wren on the mound, you don't feel like you need much. If you can get yourself an early 3, 4, 5-run lead, you feel really good about your chances of winning. That one is in there, locked up Rudy, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one tails outside, 2-1. Tried to backdoor breaking ball that never backdoored. Rudy sends it to right, and that is a foul ball. Late call. It was very close to that right field line. Two balls, 2 strikes to Colton Rudy. Pitch from Wiltz. Outside, full count. This is going to be a big pitch here early in this one. Ravens have already plated 1 here in the second. They have the bases loaded, 1 out. And it feels like Labette kind of working against the ropes here. Can they get a big out? Rudy, payoff pitch, fouled off. It's a dangerous part of the lineup you have to get outs against. Rudy at the plate, Midget on deck, Barreno in the hole. 4 hits this inning, a double by Wyatt Pace, singles from Gillespie, Chadrick, and Bacon. That's the 3 on, and that's strike 3. Inside corner. Big pitch from Wiltz. He locks up Rudy, 2 down. An enormous out for Labette. So the baton is passed to Landon Midget. Midget playing third base today. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. And the Ravens take advantage and have the big inning. They scored 6 in the second inning against KCK on Monday. They've scored 1 here in the second inning today, but you feel like they could do a whole lot more damage. 0-1 to Midget. Wiltz kicks, fires, breaking ball, and skied. Santiago coming in, catcher giving it a look as well. He can't get it. That was Edwin Lamus giving it a look, but it falls just at about at the railing of the Labette County dugout. 0-2 here on Landon Midget. RBI single from Ethan Gillespie. Scored Wyatt Pace. That's the 1 run the Ravens have scored today. Now they have bases loaded. 0-2 to their 3-hole hitter. Ball 1 outside. Ravens come in today 21-12. They'll look to win both games of today's doubleheader and take the series against the Labette County Cardinals. That one, Midget sends it. Second baseman able to make the play. Now has to stop, throw to first, and it's dug out by Santiago. Ravens threaten. They get 4 hits in the inning, but only 1 run. Labette County able to walk the tightrope. It's 1-0 Ravens as we go to the third. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Jackson Wagner on the mound for the Red Ravens. He's put up 2 zeros so far this afternoon. Ravens have a 1-0 lead on an RBI single from Ethan Gillespie, 9-hole hitter for the Labette County Cardinals. It's ball 1 to the center fielder, David Daigle. Daigle comes in this one, 245 hitter. He's homered once this year, driven in 5. Does not strike out a ton, only 14 strikeouts this year in 22 games played. That one hard ground ball to third. Landon Midget makes the play look easy. And one down here in the third for Wagner. Back to the top of the order we go. Gabriel Viena. Viena fly to left his first time up. Sunny day, wind is blowing out, so any fly ball, not a guarantee here this afternoon. First pitch off the inside edge, ball 1. Ravens thus far, 1 run on 5 hits. Labette County, no runs on 1 hit. Giving Jackson Wagner an early lead. That's what you want if you're the Red Ravens, but obviously you'd like to add on to it. Wagner, a guy that has a reputation for getting deep into games and not allowing usually more than 3-4 runs. So if you feel like if you can piece together 3, 4, 5 runs, you like your chances here in game number 1. That one off the outside edge, 2-1 to Viena. Viena playing third base today. Excuse me, it's Vieira. Vieira playing third base today. 324 hitter, 1 home run, 20 driven in. The 2-1 pitch. Just missed. Fastball looks like he might have missed a hair up. It's now a 3-1 hitter's count to one of the more dangerous hitters on this Labette team. Out of all the regulars, Vieira leads this team in batting average. Again, hitting 324 entering today. That's a strike. Well-located fastball there from Wagner, and the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. And that one lined right back to Wagner. Second time today. Jackson Wagner's been able to catch a line drive back to the mound. 2 down here in the third. If the Jayhawk Conference had gold gloves, Jackson Wagner's putting together one heck of a resume this afternoon. So no out, or 2 outs, I should say. Nobody on, and that brings up 2-hole hitter Francisco Feliciano. He takes ball 1. One and 0 from the right-hander Wagner. Fouled off down the right field line. That's a hard foul ball from Feliciano. Feliciano, a dangerous hitter as well. 301, 1 home run, 18 RBIs. Only struck out 17 times this year. This is a guy that puts the ball in play. One, that one rocked to left. Chadrick going back, and he looks like he has it, and he makes the leaping catch just shy of the warning track. Ravens sit him down, 1-2-3 here in the third. Jackson Wagner through 3 scoreless. We go bottom 3. Ravens 1, Labette County nothing. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 on the Red Raven Sports Network. Bottom of 3 at Walter Johnson Park. Sean Moreno leads it off for the Red Ravens, who lead it 1-0. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Alex Wiltz, still the pitcher out there for Labette. He throws ball 1. That's a slider inside against Moreno. Moreno was on base 3 times in the second game against KCK, including a 3-run home run. One ball, one strike to the Ravens DH. Pitch outside, down and away, 2-1. Wiltz came in with 1 out in the bottom of the first after an injury to starting pitcher Connor Taylor. Wiltz has been able to get 5 outs so far. He'll look to work his way through the third as well. That one down low, 3-1 to Moreno. So a hitter's count to a dangerous hitter here for the Red Ravens. Wiltz has his sign, the 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball, stays up, and a leadoff walk. First walk drawn today by the Red Ravens after drawing 9 walks in their win over KCK on Monday. Brings up Cooper Jarnigan, who's playing shortstop today. Runner at first, nobody out. And Jarnigan shows bunt, fouls it off. Ravens seem to be pretty confident in their pitching staff here today because both times we've seen a leadoff man on, the double by Wyatt Pace in the second and the walk here to Moreno in the third, we have seen immediately the hitter after show bunt, trying to move that runner up. Check over to first. Back in time is Moreno. Oh, 1 here on the shortstop, Jarnigan. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Jarnigan quickly in an 0-2 hole. Jarnigan did strike out his first time up to end the opening inning. The aforementioned Wyatt Pace, who doubled to start the second, scored the game's lone run. He's on deck. 0-2 pitch to Jarnigan is upstairs. We'll see how aggressive they are with Moreno. Sean Moreno on the season, not really a base stealer. He's stolen 7. But Labette County has given up 54 stolen bases this season. That one hung in the air, popped up. Feliciano calls for it. And he's going to make the catch. 1 down. Jarnigan retired. He's 0 for 2 today. That brings up Wyatt Pace. Moreno, the runner at first. Pace, first pitch. On the outside edge, strike 1. Overall, I don't know if Labette could ask for anything more out of Alex Wiltz. He's come in and he's thrown strikes, gotten 6 outs, only allowing 1 run. After being rushed into action, Pace rocks that one to right. That's down base hit. Moreno started to turn towards third, now slows down. Wyatt Pace is 2 for 2, and the Ravens have 2 on, 1 out here in the third. And here's Carson Miller. Miller laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Two on, 1 out. First pitch to Carson Miller is a strike. 0-1 to the Ravens' second baseman. That one skied. And it's the pitcher who calls for it and makes the catch. So Alex Wiltz able to make the play for the second out of the inning. Brings up Ethan Gillespie, who had an RBI single his first time up. Ravens have drawn a walk, been hit by a pitch, and have 6 hits in 2 2/3 innings, but have only plated 1 run. Labette's done a great job with damage control so far. First pitch to Gillespie. It could all change with one swing of the bat. Did he go around? He did not. Ball 1. One and 0 to the catcher Gillespie, who hit a screamer off the third baseman Vieira's glove that plated Wyatt Pace. And here he sends that one to shallow center field. This one playable for David Daigle. He makes the catch. And yet another scoreless inning from Alex Wiltz. We're through 3, 1-0 Ravens. We go to the 4th, back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Jackson Wagner kicks, fires to start the 4th inning. Ball 1 outside. It's the designated hitter, Grant Lambeth, leading off. Lambeth followed by Edwin Lamus and Nick Dunn here in the 4th. 1-0 Red Ravens. Coffeyville with 1 run on 6 hits. They've had 8 base runners in 3 innings, but have only plated 1 run. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wagner gets his sign, fires. And that one a little bit low, 2-1. Lambeth grounded out to first base his first time up. Two-1, down and away, 3-1. Wagner's issued 1. He's hit 1 batter, I should say. He has not issued a walk yet today. Just his 3rd 3-ball count. 3-1 pitch, grounded to first, and Wyatt Pace once again takes it himself. 2nd time today, Lambeth is chopped out to the first baseman. 1 down here in the 4th. Brings up Edwin Lamus, the backstop today for the Labette County Cardinals. First pitch. Check to swing, did not go, ball 1. The 1-0. And he missed down with that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Something we saw from Jackson Wagner in the game against KCK on Monday was as he got deeper and deeper into that start, he started to fall behind some hitters. That's a well-located fastball strike. Two and one on Lamus. Lamus grounded out to third his first time up. 2-1 pitch. That one grounded to the shortstop. Jarnigan playing there today. He sets his feet, fires, got him. 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth, and Wagner looking for his third 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. Nick Dunn steps in. Dunn is hitting .312 on the season. He lined out to right field his first time up. And here he takes one on the outside edge, strike one. Oh and 1 to the Labette County left fielder Dunn. And tried to backdoor it, could not. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike from Jackson Wagner, trying to get through 4 scoreless here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. Nice slider that Dunn goes chasing. And Wagner in the driver's seat, 1-2. Beautiful day for baseball here in Coffeyville. We're sitting in the mid-70s with sunshine, blue skies. Couldn't ask for much more here on a Saturday afternoon. 2-2 as that one missed down and away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wagner kicks, fires, and able to lay off. Count runs full. So after only 1 3-ball count in the first 2 innings, that's now 3 in the last 2 for Jackson Wagner. Full count pitch to Nick Dunn. And he locked him up. Jackson Wagner with a backwards K as he completes his third 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. We go bottom 4. 1-0 Red Ravens here at Walter Johnson Park. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens lead it 1-0, bottom of the fourth. It'll be Ty Chadrick, Eric Bacon, Colton Rudy due up here in the fourth inning against Alex Wiltz. First pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Chadrick singled his first time up. That was part of a rally that loaded the bases for the Ravens, but they were unable to add more than that just 1 run. Ravens have 6 hits. They've had 8 on base in 3 innings, but just the 1 run. Wiltz has done a nice job pitching out of trouble. Here he takes the handoff on a ground ball to first base. Chadrick retired 3-1, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. With the wind blowing out and both of these teams having some success on the offensive end this year, we kind of maybe expected some higher scoring games today. It's turned into a Wiltz versus Wagner pitcher's duel. As that's ball 1 to Eric Bacon. Bacon has lined out to short and singled his 2 at-bats today. Jackson Wagner has been able to hold Labette County to just 1 hit and 2 base runners through 4 innings. As that's a strike, 1-1 on Bacon. Left-hander gets loose for Labette down in their bullpen. Hanger, Bacon socks it to right field over the second baseman's leap. Second hit of the day for Eric Bacon, 7th hit of the afternoon for the Red Ravens. Last time Bacon was on base, he had 2 base runners in front of him. Now with him being the lead runner, you have to think that the Jayhawk Conference's leading stolen base man will be in motion here with 1 out against a team that's really struggled in the running game this year in Labette. First pitch, Bacon does not go. It's ball 1 up and away to Colton Rudy. Rudy singled and struck out looking. 1-0 pitch. And that one down and in, 2-0. Wagner sharp today, but the Ravens would love to add on to this 1-run lead. (2-0). And a throw over to first. Back in time is Bacon. Nice play by. Come on. They call him out? No, they say balk. Okay. I was going to say he wasn't out. It's a balk. So a balk by the Labette County pitcher, and now Bacon in scoring position. 2-0 count to Rudy. Rudy fouls that one off down the left field line. Two and 1 to the Raven right fielder. Wind is blowing out to left field here today in game 1. That one up the middle, base hit, Colton Rudy. Bacon giving the wave. Rudy's got his 2nd hit of the day, and it's 2-0 Red Ravens here in the 4th. Much needed insurance run for Coffeyville, and it's a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. So now Landon Midget, first pitch, a strike on the outside edge. 0-1 to Midget, and a check over at first, back in time. Alex Wiltz has, to this point, pitched 3 innings. He's allowed 2 runs, and now he's ahead 0-2 on Landon Midget. Midget has been hit by a pitch. He has also grounded out to second. That one, nice Nicely dug out by Edwin Lamus, 1-2. Grounded to third and short way to second and bobbled and nobody out. Vieira tried to get it to the second baseman, and that was Camden White. Could not handle the throw. Midget reaches. Rudy up to second. Now, I'm not an official scorer, but I believe that's E4. I didn't see that throw hit the ground. So it's the error on the catch. We're pulling the press box. I didn't see it touch the ground, so I'm chalking it up as an E4. Oh and 1 now to Sean Moreno. 2 on, 1 out. That one outside, 1-1. Ravens scored 1 in the second. They've added 1 so far here in the fourth. And Moreno fouls that one off, 1-2. Sean Moreno's flied out to left and drawn a walk. Slider outside, 2-2. Again, this one's scheduled to be a 7-inning game, followed by a 9-inning game, too. Runners start. And throw back down to second, back in time, is the lead runner, Rudy. Moreno back into the box, 2-2 pitch. Wiltz has his sign. Looks back the runners and now kicks and fires. That one swing and a miss. Moreno retired on strikes. That is the third strikeout for Alex Wiltz. 2 down, and it brings up Cooper Jarnigan. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch to the shortstop is low, ball 1. Jarnigan has struck out, popped out to shortstop. RBI single by Ethan Gillespie in the second, scoring Wyatt Pace, and then an RBI single by Colton Rudy here in the fourth, scoring Eric Bacon. Now 2-0 on Jarnigan. Ravens trying to break this one open. 2-0 pitch is a strike. It's now 2-1, and that one fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-0 Raven lead. That one laid off by Jarnigan. The count runs full. Full count pitch. Runners will be in motion. We'll check on the runners, looking back. Full count pitch, cut and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts for Wiltz. Ends the fourth. Ravens add another one. Colton Rudy with the RBI knock. Scoring Eric Bacon through 4. Ravens 2, Labette County nothing. We're off to the 5th, back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Six, 7, 8 due up here in the 5th for Labette County. They trail 2-0. It's ball 1 down and in to Camden White, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. 1-0 pitch from Wagner. And that one lined to right and running it down. Colton Rudy makes the play. First out here in the 5th. Just 2 Cardinals have reached against Wagner to this point. Hit batter was White back in the 2nd inning, and then a base hit by this man right here, Willieri Santiago. So Wagner trying to sit down 9 in a row here if he can retire Santiago. He starts him off with a beautiful slider. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Jackson Wagner threw 4 1/3 to this point. 1 hit allowed, no runs. Is that one outside, ball 1? He's only struck out 1 today, but he hasn't had to get swing and miss. He's gotten 4 fly balls as well as 3 ground balls and a pop-up. This one grounded to Landon Midget. Third baseman sets the feet, fires, and that one short hops, and Pace can't dig it out. And it looks like Santiago might have hurt himself rounding first base. So it's going to be an E5, allowing Santiago to reach on the throwing error by Landon Midget. But Willieri Santiago, he is up on his feet. That's good to see. We'll see if he stays in the game, but that was one of those plays where it didn't look good because it was a non-contact injury as he rounded the base. Not sure if he rolled an ankle or the worst case scenario you think when something like that happens is the Achilles. But he's on his feet. He's trying to walk it off. Looks like maybe he just might have rolled his ankle or something as he rounded first. Stretching it out. And the first baseman looking like he might be able to stay in this game. So Santiago's been on twice today, a base hit, and now reaching on an error. Brings the tying run to the plate here in Brandon Floyd. So Wagner will try to pitch around the first base runner for Labette since the second inning. The pitch, ball one. One-0 pitch. Wagner gets his sign, kicks, fires. That one line to center. Floyd hits it pretty hard. Bacon's got it red, though. That one caught. 2 down. So Jackson Wagner 1 out away from being in line for the win, but if he keeps pitching the way he's pitched today, he will not be done after 5. First pitch here from Wagner as he faces center fielder David Daigle. That one fouled off, 0-1. Daigle grounded out to third to start the third inning. Oh, 0-1. Check swing, Midget will let it go to Jarnigan, who short sides it to second base, and the inning is over. No harm done after an error. We go bottom 5, Ravens 2, Labette County nothing. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spit that on the necklace.
Wyatt Pace begins the bottom half of the 5th here on Sunshine 98.9, the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens lead it 2-0 over the Labette County Cardinals. Game 3 of this 4-game series. Game 1 of our doubleheader here this afternoon at Walter Johnson Park. And a swing and a miss. First pitch to Wyatt Pace, who's 2 for 2 today. He's doubled and singled. So he's quickly down 0-2 here in this count. Ravens have a very quiet bullpen right now. Jackson Wagner pitching very well as that's strike 3. Pace retired on strikes. That's 3 straight sat down via the K from Alex Wiltz. Wiltz now up to 4 strikeouts on the day. 5 strikeouts on the day, I beg your pardon. Carson Miller steps into the box. Miller a sacrifice and a pop out to the pitcher. Ball 1. Carson Miller playing second base today for the Red Ravens. Coffeyville came into today and came into this weekend 3rd place in the Jayhawk Conference behind Cali and Johnson County. Looking to keep that spot, set up a potential home playoff series here at Walter Johnson Park. And of course, Johnson County will be here in 2 weeks, and the Ravens can take their shot to try and grab second place in the conference. That's a strike, 2-1 to Carson Miller. Two-one pitch. Miller fouls it back, 2-2. This Labette team came into the series with a pitching ERA over 9. They've done a fantastic job of limiting damage today. Jackson Wagner has just been a little bit better so far through 5 innings. 2-2 to Miller, off the outside corner, full count. 2-0 Coffeyville leads here, bottom of the 5th. And that one outside. Carson Miller draws a 1-out walk. Second walk issued today by Alex Miltz. Alex Wiltz, I beg your pardon. That brings up Ethan Gillespie, who's singled flat out to center field. Check over at first. Carson Miller back in time. Wiltz has really saved Labette County today, though. Pitching, swing and a miss by Gillespie. Wiltz came into this game with 1 out in the bottom of the 1st after starting pitcher Connor Taylor exited the game with an injury. And Wiltz has been able to get them all the way here to the bottom of the 5th. Saving the bullpen for game number 2, which obviously gives Labette a lot more options as we move into the series finale, and still here in a 2-run game here in game number 1. Cardinals do have a pitcher warming up in the pen. Miller back in time. It's a lefty warming up in the Labette bullpen. That one skied. Second baseman going out, right fielder coming in. It'll be the second baseman, Camden White, who makes the catch. And 2 outs here as Gillespie is retired. Now here's Ty Chadrick, the left fielder. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Takes a strike. So 0-1 to Chadrick. And the pitch, that one sent to left center field. Going to be a longer run for Nick Dunn. He's got it. Nearly a big collision there in the outfield. But Nick Dunn able to make the catch and evade David Daigle, who came in on the dive, so no harm done. Ravens draw a walk but cannot score. We're through 5, 2-0 Red Ravens. We go to the 6th. Jackson Wagner back out on the mound. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Ravens Sports Network. Ball one, Jackson Wagner working to Gabriel Vieira here as we start the 6th inning. 2-0 Red Ravens. Game 1 of our doubleheader. And a beautiful day at Walter Johnson Park. Mid-70s, blue skies, a little bit of wind. And a good crowd here at Walter Johnson Park. 2-0 now to Vieira. Jackson Wagner, 6 outs away from going the distance. Doesn't have as big of a cushion as I'm sure the Ravens would like. 2-0 our score as we start the 6th. That's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Labette won game 1 of this series, 11-5. Ravens bounce back with an 8-6 win in game 2. Now 3-1 as that fastball missed up. For the Ravens, very important to win both games today, win the series, and control your own destiny in terms of a playoff series here at Walter Johnson Park. 3-1 pitch. Outside, a leadoff walk. First walk issued today by Jackson Wagner. And a leadoff base runner for Labette. The tying run comes to the plate now in Francisco Feliciano. Feliciano is lined out to the pitcher and flied out to left. First pitch, grounded foul. Just 1 hit so far today for Labette. Other base runners have been via hit batter, walk, and error. Jackson Wagner potentially get a double play here. 0-1 pitch. That one lined to left, base hit. Feliciano has a single, just the 2nd hit of the day for the Cardinals. And Labette County putting together a major threat here. 2-1, nobody out in the 6th. And the Ravens getting the bullpen hot. Right-hander warming up in the Coffeyville pen. So walk and single sets the table now for the 3-hole hitter Grant Lambeth. First pitch from Wagner. Bunt shown. Lambeth gets it down. Midget charges, fires to first in time. Sacrifice bunt for Grant Lambeth. First out of the inning, but Vieira moves to 3rd. Feliciano behind him up to 2nd. One out, runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that one first pitch hits Lamus. 2nd hit batter of the day. And the bases are now loaded for Nick Dunn, one of the most dangerous hitters on this team. Dunn is lined out to right, struck out looking in the 4th. Biggest threat of the day for Labette County. Bases loaded, 1 out with the team down 2-0. And now a mound visit to check on the right-hander Jackson Wagner. Ravens continue to get a righty up in the bullpen. Assume that's probably Caleb Peak down there. This is not a mound visit to make a move. This is a mound visit to try to get Wagner back in the strike zone, as well as give the reliever a little bit extra time to get loose. Ravens have scored just 2 runs through the first 5 innings. They've led since the 2nd, but we've talked about missed opportunities to have that big inning and break this one open, and now all of a sudden 1 swing of the bat, Labette could tie or take the lead. And it's one of the guys they'd like to have in the box in a moment like this, Nick Dunn, the left fielder. Big battle here. Wagner and Dunn. Last time these two met, it was a full count strikeout for Jackson Wagner. First pitch, ball one, Gillespie digs it out. Gabriel Vieira is the runner at third. Francisco Feliciano at second. Edwin Lamus at first. That one grounded. Second baseman, it's the pitcher Wagner. He'll take it himself. Run scores. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Dunn. Vieira comes in to score. It's 2-1. The Ravens also now 1 out away from getting out of it with the lead. Dunn now 0 for 3 today, does pick up the RBI. And now a big at-bat here for Camden White. White takes ball one inside. White has lined out to right and been hit by a pitch. Feliciano at third. Lamus at second. Coffeyville 2 and Labette County 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ravens trying to hang on in a high leverage situation right here. That one blocked by Gillespie. Well done. 2-1. That ball sneaks away. This game is tied. Ethan Gillespie does a great job getting in front of it. Two-1 to the second baseman, Camden White. Swing and a miss. Slider that tails down and in. Wagner now one pitch away from getting out of it. 2-2. 2 on, 2 outs. Ravens leading it 2-1. Wagner kicks, fires, and just missed. Count runs full. Tried to go back to that down and in slider. He did not miss by much. Full count. Base hit would give Labette the lead. Coffeyville trying to hang on. Wagner's pitch. Swing and a miss. Jackson Wagner with an enormous strikeout. He gets back-to-back outs. Ravens cling to a 2-1 lead. Labette gets one, but we go bottom 6. Coffeyville 2, Labette County 1. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Eric Bacon leads off the bottom of the 6th here for the Red Ravens. As we return to Walter Johnson Park. Ravens lead this one 2-1. And the first pitch from Wiltz inside, ball one. That one line, base hit. Bacon's third hit of the day. Leadoff man on for the Red Ravens. So a great swing there from Eric Bacon. And now the Ravens, with their fastest man on, have a chance to get a run back. Colton Rudy now steps in. First pitch outside. One-0 pitch. Bunt shown. It's a beautiful one from Colton Rudy. Throw to first is in time, but Bacon up to second, one down. Landon Midget steps in with a runner at second, one out, trying to give the Ravens an insurance run. They lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Midget's been hit by a pitch, grounded out to second, and reached on an error. Ravens have a righty up in the bullpen, continuing to get loose. First pitch from Wiltz. And Bacon taking off for third. It's going to be a tough play. He's out. Edwin Lamus throws out Eric Bacon, a guy that does not get thrown out very often. And the Ravens runner is wiped out. So now nobody on, 2 outs, and Labette with a chance to keep this a one-run game. 1-0 pitch, fouled off. One ball, one strike till Midget, and that one fouled back. So Labette County now ahead in the count, 1-2. And Wiltz looking to retire the Ravens here in the sixth. That one fouled off. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wiltz facing the second baseman Midget, started to go around, he did not go, and it's 2-2. And that one inside hits him. Second time today, Landon Midget's been hit by a pitch. 2-out base runner here for Coffeyville. Brings up Sean Moreno. First pitch to Moreno, a strike on the outside edge. Oh, and 1. Midget, the runner at first. 2 outs, bottom of the sixth. The 0-1. Ground ball over the pitcher's head. Shortstop charging in, makes the throw on the run, and he's retired. Ravens cannot score here in the bottom of the sixth. We go to the seventh. Ravens 2, Labette 1. Cardinals will try to tie or take the lead in the top half of the seventh. Ravens try to win it. We're back in 90 seconds on Sunshine 98.9 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Back here, top of the 7th, and Caleb Peak, the new pitcher for the Red Ravens. First pitch fouled off by Willieri Santiago. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for Labette. Ravens lead at 2-1, trying to hang on here in what's been a pitcher's duel. That one misses low, 1-1. Santiago's been on twice today, single, and reached on an error. 1-1 pitch from Peak. On the outside corner, strike 2. Ravens got a great 6 innings out of Jackson Wagner once again, and now trying to hang on and set themselves up to potentially win the series in game number 2. That one was fouled off by Santiago. It stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. And Ravens thought they had strike 3. The umpire does not agree. 2-2. Santiago, Floyd, and Daigle due up here in the 7th. That one fouled back. Caleb Peak enters today with a 3.06 ERA in 11 games. That one outside, the count runs full. Labette down just 1. Last thing you want to do is walk the tying run on here in the 7th inning. Raven infielders play back. Here's the full count pitch to Santiago. Foul back. We'll do the 3-2 offering once again. Santiago. The pitch from Peak, and he spiked it. Leadoff walk, and the tying run is on for Labette County. Santiago does not have premier speed, but the tying run is on, nobody out, and now here comes Brandon Floyd. Throw over to first, back in time. First pitch now to Floyd. Bunt shown, got it down. Back to Peak, they throw on to first, 1 down. Tying run moves into scoring position with 1 out here in the 7th. Brings up David Daigle, who has grounded out to third and grounded out on a fielder's choice. Strike 1 from Caleb Peak. Ravens walked the leadoff hitter in the 6th. That led to Labette's first and only run. They walked the leadoff hitter in the 7th. That's the tying run at second with 1 out. Peak's 0-1. On the outside edge, 0-2. And the Raven closer, Caleb Peak, is in the driver's seat. (0-2) with 1 out. Peak. Strike 3 looking. Big K there from the Raven right-hander, and Labette County down to their final out. Strike one to Gabriel Vieira. Labette County down to their final out. A base hit would tie the game, however, with the tying run at second. 0-1 from Peak. Looks back the runner, kicks, fires, and blocked nicely by Gillespie, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Peak's offering, outside, 2-1. Two and one. Peak comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Cardinals down to their final strike. It's 2-2. Runner at second, 2 outs. Ravens leading 2-1. Caleb Peak has his sign, looking to finish off a Raven victory. The 2-2 pitch. And foul tipped out of the glove of Gillespie, and Vieira stays alive. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, a runner at second. The pitch from Peak. Popped up. Midget gives it a look, hands it off to Jarnigan, and the Ravens hang on and win it 2-1 in game number 1. Caleb Peak gets the save after 6 quality innings from Jackson Wagner. Scoring runs on the day for the Red Ravens. Eric Bacon scored on a Colton Rudy RBI single in the 4th, and Wyatt Pace scored on an RBI single from Ethan Gillespie back in the 2nd. Those 2 runs just enough for the Ravens here in game number 1. Jackson Wagner gets the win. He improves to now 4-1 on the season, while Caleb Peak earns his 3rd save. Final line for the Ravens today: 2 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. For Labette County, 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. We'll have game 2 of the doubleheader just around the corner. Ravens win game one of today's doubleheader, 2-1. Game 2 coming up in just about 30 minutes. Let's get back to the music here on Sunshine 98.9. We'll be back with game number 2 just around the corner here on a Saturday afternoon at Walter Johnson Park.